the city of Philadelphia. Sexually based stories are considered especially hilarious. In Philadelphia, the dedicated podcasters who tell these stories are members of an elite squad known as Etc. These are their stories.
We back.
Let's get it. Should probably mention the fact that we're missing a member today.
Oh yeah.
Sadly, this man has well, y'all probably should guess who it is.
At this point,
for how it started, you should probably guess. Quiz not here due to the fact that he had to do some photography, but also he had to do some schoolwork because he was kind of in a tight schedule. So he said he might as well just do one episode without him. So it's going to be me and Vic today. What we're going to talk about today is the plans we got for summer and what we plan on doing.
Summer.
Yeah.
Summer.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Remember, I had to do a freaking project and film. We had to make a music video and we had to use that song.
Really?
We didn't finish it.
Oh.
It was crazy though because we had like green screen. We had everything. Like, it was all pretty fun. It was just that people were not like trying to do it. Like, they were just being all like half-assed about it, and they were just like, being like, who cares and all that. So it eventually didn't get done. But anyway, summer, which is about to happen about the next month or so.
Well, this is supposed to be like the first weekend, like Memorial Day weekend.
True.
So it's like the first time the shores like fully open and everything.
Yeah.
And the parks are opening. And
I can't wait.
Yeah.
But the shore is the best place for me.
Yeah. So Quinn's not here because he had to do schoolwork, obviously, and then he also had he was doing like a send off for prom, taking photography, so he was gonna making that money, so he could he got a little pass today, so it's cool. So look out for that. Follow his photography page, Q the Photographer, which y'all hear that every episode, so it's cool. But that's the reason why. So summer,
First things first on our list, shore.
Yeah, okay, that's
beach house.
That's like before even anything, like we don't even get a chance to like accept the fact that we graduated. It's just like we're gone. Like
I don't even think of graduation. Like, I know it's happening, so that's why it's like I know it's happening.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, all right, so school's out, and the next day you're just kind of like at home usually. Like
that is true. So it's literally like the day after we graduate. That sounds like boom,
gone. Like no time wasted. We're just taking off for senior week.
So we're graduating, and literally the day right after we graduate, we're going to a shore house that we rented out. We've been working on this for a while, ever since like
last summer, basically.
Yeah, we mentioned it last summer, and then we started working on it like
towards like
December.
Like
December. Or
That's when we finally found something. And
and we started working on it. So we actually got it all together, and we're about to do that, John. Now, so it's gonna be lit.
Expect something from that. Like, we're not gonna just leave. Like, y'all gonna see something out of it, and we're definitely gonna record an episode in that house and do something with that. So but if for y'all who don't know what senior week is, I mean, obviously, like, basically anybody in our friend group didn't know about it until I kind of like came up, brought it up. Where basically the day after graduation, it varies by school, but at least in this area, because the shore's right there. As soon as you graduate, you just go down to the shore, which is like Wildwood, Ocean City, all that stuff, and just chill for like a week. But it's like literally every high school that knows about it just goes down there and just party for a week.
Parties and chills.
So basically spring break for high school kids.
Not even really high school. Because school's out.
Yeah.
I ain't going back to
high
school no more.
Former high school kids. But tis gonna be lit.
Tis the summer.
House tour. Vlogs. Episode.
Yeah.
We're going MTV Crib It.
That's gonna be lit. I just can't wait. So
expect some stories once we get back.
I can't even. It's not gonna be 1, 2. It's gonna be like 10.
We won't have new material right off the bat.
Yeah, we're gonna know what to talk about.
Yeah.
So about that time, when all that's over, we're recollecting ourselves from what had just happened the whole week. I believe we plan on doing stuff like also going to like amusement parks like Six Flags, Stony Park, all that stuff. Cause I plan on going there because shit.
I miss it. We went there one day and it was fun. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's fun going to those places.
Yeah,
it's lit.
I think like after we get back a little bit, I have to like stay overnight at my school just because of like orientation or whatever.
Oh.
And then after that, I expect to be broke soon because I just bought the Logic tickets. Like
you did?
I bought them, yeah.
Lucky.
And I gotta right now I gotta make sure that I put money to the side still, and then also planning on going to Kendrick, which is gonna ruin my pocket, but it's gonna be worth it. Made in America and J. Cole, even though J. Cole's gonna be at Made in America because there's still gonna be other people there. But if we can't go to one, I always just go to the other.
I'm not gonna leave you this time. Especially since it's Logic, I'm not leaving this
time.
time.
Because I went to Big Sean, and then it was just me. And I had fun, but nobody was there.
I wanted to so bad, but every time I was getting close to the money, it just didn't happen. And something else came in the way, and I was just like, oh my God. But for sure,
I gotta post it. I still haven't showed you guys a video, but there's a video where like Big Sean just ranted on concert. It was motivational as fuck. I recorded every bit of it. I'm about to post it on the channel just so like everybody can watch it.
Everybody. I see what you did there.
But yeah.
Yeah, I plan on going to that Logic concert for sure. Kendrick, it's like
Kendrick and Travis Scott. Let's just put that out there.
And
Dram.
It's so worth it, but like, yo,
that price tag.
That price is ridiculous. Yeah. Like, trust me, I would love to go if it was just like about $20, like less, maybe like $25, like just that would be perfectly fine. But them things be expensive. I plan on doing that, and I've also planned things with my girl too. We just like planned on going to all these like random places, like amusement park, obviously, the zoo, the aquarium. Yeah. She hasn't been to the aquarium like in Jersey. She hasn't been there before, so I was like, wow, well, guess we're doing that. There's a bunch of other random things too, because shit, why not? I don't really know what else I would really do in the summer. For sure, sleep.
Yeah.
The feeling to have to just go to sleep and then you just wake up like, oh my God, I got it. Nah, I don't. Nah, I don't. I got nothing.
No worries.
Just nothing to do tomorrow.
What the homies doing?
Yeah, really. You look like, yo, that's literally how it was last summer. As soon as I woke up, I see like the whole group chat just blowing up. Like, yo, so what we doing today? It'd be like 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, because it was like no one was doing anything. You just feel bored just like sitting there.
The number one goal is to top last summer though, and that's definitely gonna happen. Just because as of right now, we've basically been like hinting about it all year, but it's just been like, oh, we have prom, and now we're at that point where we're at prom. Now we have the sewer house. Then it's just gonna be like, most of us have our licenses and everything's easy. Last year it was just like, oh, I would wake up and I'd be like, Mark, what you doing? And then I would like either go to his house or we would get in the car and just be gone the whole day. And it would be to the point where we wouldn't look at our phones, or it would just be like we would get home at the end of the day.
It felt so that's the best feeling. Like, maybe some people might not think it's the best feeling, but when you're people like us who literally like, I guess, stay home somewhat all the time and you're just on your phone looking at social media, when you actually like just go out and chill with your friends and all that, and you just like put the phone like aside for like just like the whole day because you're chilling with your friends, when you finally just go home and you just look at your phone, you're like, damn, yo, I really didn't look at my phone at all.
And you just like go through all the Snapchat stories.
Yeah, everybody's Snapchat story. You see everybody's like pictures on Instagram. For some reason, they're like everyone's posting something that day, but so it's just like, yo, like what? So it's just it feels good to just.
And there were so many days like that last year. And then there were like times where like when Pokemon Go came out, we were just literally like, it would basically be like early as shit in the morning, and I'll be over there, and then it would be like midnight, and that's when we'd be like, all right, like.
So this is what happened with Pokemon Go. I remember when it first came out. My one friend from college, he literally texted me talking about it or whatever, and at the time I was like, I didn't have it. So when he finally told me to download it, and I downloaded it, he came over to my crib, and this was like at 10 o'clock at night. He was like, yo, I'm gonna show you how like it works and all that. So 10 o'clock at night, we're just like walking around my neighborhood, just seeing how it works out. I believe I got to like level like 3, I believe, playing that one night. So after I got it, I remember going home and him leaving, like just going home, and I'm just in my bed. And I hit up Victor and I'm like, yo, what you doing tomorrow in the morning? He was like, nothing, why? I'm like, yo, we playing this Pokemon Go. Like, I don't care. And he was like, all right, bet. What time will be over there? I was like, as early as you can. Yo, just come over here. And it was like at, what was it, like 11, I believe? It was like when it first started. Probably got there at like 10, but we didn't move until like 11. So it was like at literally 11 in the morning all the way to like probably like 11 at night, maybe 12 at night, is when literally we stopped. We were literally out the whole day. We went to like 3 different locations.
Yeah.
And it was like just playing that.
Cardio was real.
It'll be funny too, because then we'll go to one spot, take a break, come back home, eat something,
and like,
refuel, charge your phone because your battery would die like crazy, and then you would just eat, and then you're like, well, you feel extra stuff, so what do? Go back outside and play Pokemon Go and work it off, just walk it all off. So it was like the perfect system for real.
I wish that's the. I wish it was like, because obviously I hated the people that were just on it just because everybody else was on it, but also like the fact that like, because of that game, so many, like, everyone was just like, oh, like, everybody has something in common, and no matter who you walk past, you had somebody to talk to, and it would just be a stranger that you never say anything to ever, but because they were staring at their phone and walking, you knew what they were doing, and I'll make you like, Pokemon Go, like, right? Yeah, and then you just had a friend right there,
and it's just really funny.
And like, I wish things were more like that, but like, it just can't be that way, I guess.
It's not that. I feel like it can. It's just hard to do it.
Yeah, especially
something like that came out was like really revolutionary, to be honest. Because it got everybody out the house. Like,
yeah.
Literally, no matter who you were.
Back in my day, you would stay in your room and play Game Boy until you were like, there was no reason to really go outside if you wanted to play that. Like, now it's like, if you had to play the game, you had to go outside. There was no excuse.
Yeah. Well, it was just funny because I remember we went to like Temple, went to the Bell Tower, and
we
literally
went to the Piazza area and all that.
I remember going to the Bell Tower though, like when we first started that morning. It was, I forget what the Horsey, and then it was the Evolve form, remember? Mm-hmm. And then everybody got in there. Like, who was the person that goes, was it you? It was one friend. I think it was Manny. He didn't get it. It was one of us who didn't get it.
He's like, what's this Magmar?
But it was just so funny. It was just so funny. Like, it was just so cool to like Victor said, you just walk around and see people on their phone. So then like sometimes you just overhear them talking about Pokemon and they seem like somewhere else. So then like hearing that, you just like, yo, we over there. They said they found a Snorlax over there. Yo, we walking right over there getting that Snorlax. But the one thing that game didn't take into consideration was the fact that we were in Philly. And like
the stops were in the hardest places.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad places in Philly. So, the one corner where, there was like drug dealers at and like shooters, they literally had the one Pokestop with the lure on top of it. So like you were taking a big risk whether or not you wanted to actually, play the game. I ain't gonna lie, I probably did it like once or twice. But I came out of it alive.
I'm still here today.
But that took up that one summer.
And then there was like random parties that like we didn't even, like, it was just like, oh, somebody's birthday. It's like, oh, let's just try and like have something.
Yeah, have something lit.
Like,
one was for Marcus.
Yeah, and then so it was definitely the plan to like do that more.
Yeah, for sure.
And then have more stories, because that summer like fueled a lot of the episodes in the beginning.
Well, it just really sucked because I was like, at the time of August, that's when literally everything slowed down like crazy.
Yeah.
It was like near the end of January, beginning of August, like everything just stopped. And we were just like, yo, what do we do? Like, we're so bored of our lives.
Just because, I mean, towards the end of August, because everybody started at different times. So it's kind of like, oh, like this kid's already started, but these two kids are still like.
And then some of us were like, yo, I had to do the summer reading book.
Yeah. All this like procrastination.
And then like the last few like weeks, that's when people started doing all their work. So.
Advice, because it was summers before that, it wasn't like that. Like last summer, like that was the first summer where we kind of like, we made sure we made the most of it. And I
think Drake inspired me, summer 16. To be honest.
But it's kind of like, all right, so like instead of like sitting by our phones, like, oh, like, because a big thing with us, our friend group at least, is like, oh, like we want to do something, but we never come down to doing something.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just kind of like, oh, that summer was like, all right, like somebody say something, it's like, all right, that's in the plan, all right, we're just gonna do it. Instead of arguing about it, it's just step outside first and then go from there. It wasn't even a problem
with like money either. It was just the fact that we can never just like agree to one thing and then just stick with it.
Like, all right, like let's just step outside. And then just whatever happens from there happens. And
that's all it was.
A lot of drama came out of that though towards the end. Like things died down, but then they kind of turned up once. Yeah. But it's cool. Nobody got hurt.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. So that's something I would say for anybody who listens. Like anybody who is like, oh, I'm not doing anything. Like there's no reason you should be bored.
Yeah, you should always at least try. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like you'll never get on anybody's nerve because no one.
That's one thing too. That's another thing I hate.
Like you might think you're getting on someone's nerve, but we all know that person probably isn't doing anything either. So like, why would that person want to just stay in the house either? Like, pretty like bug people. Like, do something.
They're probably having the same thought. It was like, oh, I don't want to annoy him. Like, stop. Like, if y'all are friends, y'all not gonna annoy each other.
Just chill like every day as much as you can because once summer ends, you're just gonna wish you did so many.
You had that free time again.
Like you're like no one's gonna want to hear the conversations of oh we should have did this, we should have did that. Like well you could have did this, you could have did that, but
one thing that has to change is that we're gonna like as far as Saturday goes. We waited all summer for that.
No.
And that has to change. That was something where like we had the free time and we didn't capitalize.
Content.
Easy. Because right now at this point, like I'm getting kind of comfortable with the podcast. Like it's kind of like we do it and it's fun, but it's not. It's no longer a challenge. We got this down packed. Like we can do this for. We could like even like it'd be hard. It'd be a new challenge, but like we could even bang out like daily videos, but like or daily podcasts. But it would just be like these are like weekly is enough, just because we can only talk about so much. But we could even find something. Yeah. But it's like at this point we need to move. Like again, we talked about it when we first episode was like we don't want to be stuck into one thing.
Yeah.
And we've gotten comfortable where we know we can link up for something to create something. So now it's just a matter of doing it because now we have a green screen. Apparently.
Yes. Well, apparently we got a green screen. Quentin has got the equipment.
We got cameras. We have tripod.
AKA tripod.
We have. That's a whole other. That's yeah, that's a whole other insider. But we have the equipment. We definitely have the ideas. Yeah. Easy. We have ideas that we've been holding on for a grip that we just have to capitalize on.
Most it would just take us probably like 2 weeks to do like one skit just because of like weather, lighting, and then like acting it out, making sure we got the good enough shots, and then like a week like editing and stuff like that. So
if we really want to, like if we just wake up, like same thing with Pokemon, it's like oh like what like early as possible, as soon as like daylight comes, and then just work with all that we have, and it should be done easy. The only other process would be editing and putting it together, but like it shouldn't be an issue, especially now when we have school or whatever. And there's like now it's like oh like we have like we can't record us like. Because the only days we can record really is like the weekend, and then it's either like we try and like also have a life and do other things, but also have school. So when school's not an issue, like there's a whole 7 days, the whole schedule just opens up.
5 days really to do whatever you want now
to create more. So it's gonna be things are only gonna get better, and but
that's what we also plan for the summer. So look forward to it.
I don't know, like. The only thing they'll probably get in the way is like work, but even work is still like it's whatever.
You always have your days, so that should be fine.
So I expect to go like full head first in the summer, like just like go to work, because I mean obviously like even now with the podcast, like all right, like I'll do the editing and stuff, and it's just like all right, like I'll bang that out, and they'll be chilling. But now there's like there's nothing literally in my way.
Yep.
It's gonna be a problem, guys. We're gonna be out here.
Oh, another thing I used to do a lot in the summer too. This is when I was, like really into, and I still am. But when I played Melee and stuff like that, when I was with Curtis and Mandy, my brother and Jeff, used to go to freaking tournaments and literally just play. Like those used to be the best.
We were about to play in school yesterday. Yeah.
Yo, like those, like It seems like at first like not so like fun, but like once you just like do it for like about a good like 30 minutes, it's just so much fun just like playing. And it doesn't even matter what game it is, to be honest. Like when you just play a game competitively, like oh yeah, we're better than this and better than that, and it's just like a game just like play like video games be so fun in the summer because you're just literally there playing whole day probably with your friends on something that all like want to just have fun with.
Expect that I don't know, it's gonna be great because I like expect to have content for every type of person, because like it's like, all right, like if you like to listen just comedy, just listen to us talk. If you want to see like actual full on skits, we're gonna try and do that. If you like video games, like expect that easy, like that's gonna be
the one thing that was hard with the whole video game like Twitch thing was the whole like it was kind of I guess you say school too, because we tried to find a day that we could do it constantly. And Sunday was that day, but then sometimes we just did certain things and all that stuff. Yeah. And the scheduling was just like so out of whack too that it was just hard to keep up with it. Mm-hmm. But again, more time now.
School's in the way. School's wasting our time.
God, school. Jesus.
I'm so done.
Like, yo, I am too.
Mentally.
I've been literally like going to school and just like, yo, what?
Like that last essay, I was like, yo, this is like literally all I got left. Like that was like the, I was like, that's all like.
You see like half your blood just going down the last little bit of it.
I was like, all this left really for me is that I have to like put energy into is finals, and I barely have energy for that. Like
yeah, I hear mentally. You on that one too. The finals like right now, that's why I'm just bringing my grade up to right now because. Bring up a grade up like so as much as you can now, and then when the finals come, like obviously try, but like if you're really stuck on that one question and you're just thinking about it, like yo, my grade's high enough. I think I can just let this slide. To be honest, like I can't do it anymore. Like that's how I am like math right now, yo. Math has been kicking my ass, and I have been so annoyed with it because I'm like right at the end, and taking calc is just like oh my god, yo.
And even teachers at this point, like you can, like they're done.
My calculus teacher does not care anymore. She really does not care anymore. It's just really funny. But yeah, I plan on this summer being schlitty.
Definitely do the same. Like I hope, whatever something's like, oh, I don't have the time for it. It's like, do it, please. Like, I feel like some Shia LaBeouf shit. Like we also had that episode where we're trying to, like, yo, really, like. Because I'm so happy that we do this now, like, even now that we just gotten comfortable with it, but, like, the fact, it gives us an excuse to, like, just see each other, just because, obviously, we're separate from each other so much, and also we make stuff, and also that there are people who, like, listen that we just don't know, but they just listen to it because they enjoy it, and that's the best part, but, like, just making stuff, even if, like, alright, so, I wanted to, like, go to the gym, but I couldn't because of school, you have time now, like, all right, exactly. You want to like start a business, start it. If you want to do travel, anything, you have the time to do it. Don't just sit at home feeling sorry for yourself because I don't want to annoy this person. I don't want to do this or that. Just do it. Like once it works out, you can be like, I'm so glad that I actually like just took the shot and went for it.
Yeah,
Summer
17.
Yeah, there's just so much going on. Like I'm glad that like we're busy though. Like yeah, I'm glad to not be bored.
Sure.
That's better. I'd rather be like hectic as hell. Like I have like somebody will ask me like, oh, what you doing this day? And it's like I gotta actually check.
This.
Yeah, like the fact that I have to do that is I find it a blessing, if anything, instead of being I have all this time but I'm not using it. Yeah. Now it's like I have this time and it's covered up, and like it's like I have plans in the future set up, and I'm not just going day by day aimlessly without a goal.
Can't get time back.
Yeah, because like even today, like after we record this, I'm probably gonna just head home and just re-listen to it and just cut through and do the thumbnails and all that. Shout out. Oh yeah, so I have glasses on, and if you guys don't know me, like or for you guys, hopefully like people that do listen to it, they'll get to see us more, just because we do video. Yeah. But I wear contacts like constantly, and I used to like not. It used to be the opposite, where I used to just always wear glasses, but now I'm so used to wearing contacts that it's like weird when I don't wear them to people that I know. Like before, it's like, oh, like when you don't have glasses, like, oh my god, you have glasses now, or you have braces, or like, oh, like that whole transition thing where everybody thinks you look weird. Going through that right now because I almost died like what, Wednesday? Yeah. Well, it's a little exaggerated, but that's probably just gonna be the title of the episode, just so people be like, oh my god, what happened? But clickbait, yeah. But I was driving to school. I have class at 7:15 in the morning. Like, you know, like some kids start school at 8. I have to start at 7:15, and that way I get out of class early, like an hour earlier than everyone else. So I do that, but because I usually get there early anyway, because I take myself to school, which I did not do before. I was notorious for like just showing up like 15 minutes late to school, and then everybody be like, okay, like is he coming into school or not? But now since I'm responsible for myself, I'm on time. So early school, you know, I wake up like 6 or 5, and then I make my way. Like I said, I wear contacts. I was driving to school on the highway. My eye itched really bad, and I was like, all right, I gotta rub my eye. Rub my eye. Half my contact is in my hand, and it's just ripped in half, and the other one is still in my eye. So I'm driving with one eye to school, and I'm just like, all right, like bawling my eyes out because I just feel like I have like a pin in my eye. So one eye is just like all this like just water, whatever's in your eye was coming out. Okay.
Sure.
So that was going on. So I'm like, I took that one piece that broke and just tossed it out, and I was like, all right, I could either pull over in the middle of like the 76, which I'm not doing, and just fix this, or just go the rest of the way with one eye. Which my fear was if I had one eye and I'm just driving and I'm like, all right, I'm good, I'm in the middle of the street. It's like, shit. Like, that was my biggest fear, but like, thank God everything was chilling. So yeah, so then I got to school, or I parked, and I was in like, so the way it broke, like contact lens, obviously like a little circle, it broke almost like 2/3 of it was in my hand. So there was that 1/3 that was just in the back of my eye somewhere. So I don't know how I was gonna get it out. So I was like, all right, I'm about to be like an hour late to school trying to get this thing on my eye, because I'm not about to be with one eye all day. It came out quick as hell, but I was like, yo, that it was a small thing, but I felt, you swear to God, you took like a real nail and just like, like right in my eye or some shit. It was burning. So yeah, so I just said, I chalked both of it. I wasn't gonna have one lens, so I just chalked that. And then thank God I had my glasses on me. And there was a couple times where like I was driving, I was like, I almost hit that car or some shit just because I couldn't see. And somebody would have got another phone call like, oh, Victor got in an accident again.
Right.
That was not fun at all. And then especially walking into school, everybody used to see me with contacts, and everybody's like just roasting the shit out of me just because I had glasses on. Well, not in a way where it's like F up, but it was just like, oh, like what happened? Like, yeah. And then it's a little annoying as shit because like after that happened, I was like, all right, like because that was actually like my last pair. Like I have to throw them when I work, you have to throw them out, at least the ones I have, like after 2 weeks, and then you basically have a supply of them. And that was my last pair, the one that like broke in my eye. I don't know. At first, I don't know how. I must have been rubbing the hell out of my eye. Like, I must have just been itching, and it just ripped off. But I ordered a new pair that day because I was like scared. I was like, I'm not going through that again. And I was like, I did the overnight shipping, which is like a little bit extra, and then I did that, and it just never came the next day. Like, I'm still waiting for it now. That's why I'm still wearing them. And I was like, waiting before I left to come here to record. I was like, maybe they'll pull up before I leave. As far as I know, it still hasn't.
1-800-CONTACT.
That's who I ordered from. Yeah. Yo, did you see what happened like last week in Manchester? Like the Ariana Grande concert thing? Really? 22 people just died. Just like in the concert. So a bunch of like preteen girls watching Ariana Grande perform, and somebody suicide bombed in the middle of the crowd. So it was just a whole section. Can you imagine just being like, I thought I was going to dedicate a whole episode to this, but I was like, I don't know how much we could really talk about it, especially because I just found that you don't need to know about it. But that's retarded. Like, imagine being like the Logic concert, and then just that's wild. Like, yeah. Especially, I mean, I think it was because especially with Ariana Grande, she's definitely like she was like in an arena, so there were a lot of people were okay, but then there was that one section like that. 22 people was a whole section. Like say she was at a football field or a baseball field, like performing in a venue. That's a whole like 3 rows of chairs, right there, 2 rows of chairs just effed up. Yeah. So that was wild. I was like, just bring that up to y'all in case y'all knew about that. Things are getting messed up, or they remaining to be. Korea just keep firing missiles, testing shit out, just like, oh yeah, like, fuck it. And then we don't do anything about it. Trump fired FBI director Bull, who was trying to like investigate him, which that doesn't seem suspect, you know. It's just
why are you investigating him?
We got rid of the Bull who's trying to get rid of him, which I mean, people are like, oh yeah, he would get to get impeached, but like the next, like it would have to be like a whole bunch of knocking people down because he picked everybody who was with him. Yeah. So he's like, all right, no Trump. And you got his vice president, which is basically like him in a nutshell. But that's a whole other issue. I'm tired of like I don't want to keep talking about it, but it's also important to talk about. But like at the same time, I'm at this point it's BS. Like things keep popping up, and then the next day it's just washed under. So you start to realize like what's real and what's not, what's relevant and what's not. Because I remember that whole period of time when it was just like, oh, like we sent missiles to such and such. Yeah. And it was like, oh my God, it's gonna be World War III. And then we sent another set. It was like, oh, it's definitely gonna be World War III. And now we're here chilling, and nobody has talked about it since. So how serious is it? I mean, what's accurate and what's not? If that's all going on and there's no repercussions whatsoever.
Well, keyword is all like in agreement with each other. We just make the people think that we don't like each other, but we really are all friends.
So, and then apparently you just can't talk Spanish in public anymore. Like, oh yeah. There's like I've seen like 10 videos this week alone where somebody's just been like hola and it's like, what the fuck did you say? Speak like it's like all right, like what point where like she's like people are saying like what's offensive to me because you're talking another language. It's like, what do you like how do you live here and get upset? Like it's not like you live in Germany where it's like everyone's German and everyone speaks German and like there's only like a small few that like are immigrants that speak a different language. Live in America where everybody's from somewhere different, knows something different, speaks a different language. And you're gonna get upset because you hear something that's not relevant to what you're used to hearing. When literally the majority of the world, it is a majority where we speak more than one language.
Yeah.
Because, India, like, I don't want to just throw all these facts out there, but like, we speak English here, and it's supposed to be primarily English, but we're not even the biggest country that speaks English.
Yeah.
India is the biggest, and then there's like other countries where like we don't know their language, but in other countries they know English like the back of their hand, and it shows like it's saying a lot about like how. Like how the language, like we don't respect it, like learning a new language, and also like the power behind that, and how the system, like how it's even taught in schools, like it's not even relevant. Like kids know, like we know Spanish, like we teach English here, and we know English because of first language, mm-hmm. and we also teach optional language in most cases, Spanish, French, or whatever, and it's like fucking like we know like hi and bye. And in other countries, they know their language, and then they know English like we know English, like equivalent. Like how does that work? That I don't want to talk about boring stuff, but I just found that funny. It's weird. Like we're talking about something. Like we're talking about we're talking on the podcast, and we're going through this episode fine just because we don't have like Quentin to bicker with. Like like usually it would just be like a whole bunch of arguments or like usually. Like right now I'm thinking like, oh, like what part am I gonna put on Instagram because I don't have Quinn to say something out of pocket or I could just throw on there.
Sure.
I think I just throw the part where I almost died, but yeah. Any crazy story, Mark, so I could throw in here? Oh, well, damn, he's not here.
For what?
For the story that he told us about the one day that he was in the group chat, and he was like, wait, let me go to the other one.
Yeah.
I will talk about that, but I want him to be here.
Yeah,
like, that's a whole other day.
To be here.
So. Where can they find you, Mark?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at MarkyMark, MARCKY_MARC_. You can also find me on Twitter, the same thing, just no underscores. Yeah, we have big plans coming, so make sure.
Apparently, go ahead.
Make sure you're aware about that.
Apparently, there might be another podcast.
Oh yeah.
Like we might actually start a whole nother one. Like we'll talk about it after. But like I'm down for it because this is something just in the works. Like we might start another weekly one, which not really where we're in charge of. We're just kind of like joining it.
Yeah.
Which I'm cool with because I'm happy with like because this is our thing. I'm happy with doing what we got to do and I'll do the editing and all that stuff. Where I'm cool with that just because it's our thing. But in the other one, we'll just show up and be ourselves, and then we don't have to handle anything else. Like I'm cool with that. Like
that is true.
It'll be different.
So
that's something. If Quinn was here, we'd be able to talk about it more, just because he's kind of like the middleman.
He kind of got the more information about it.
So yeah, look out for hearing our voices twice a week.
We know you love them.
Yeah. So, I would like to start a sports one, but I feel like I would like to have people who actually like I can really go at it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, but we'll take it to one thing at a time.
Yeah. So where can they find you, Victor?
We're gonna develop us first. We'll worry about us. Boo boo.
Boo boo.
But Instagram Victor Rivera _ same thing as the Twitter, etc. Stuff is real, etc. on Instagram and Twitter, and the email for contact is real.etc@gmail.com. So yeah, big things. I feel like we say this a lot, but like we got a lot coming through, and I feel like soon we should just do like a fun episode soon, just because I feel like the past couple weeks have been serious.
I've been trying to do like thinking about stuff, but every time I think about it, I feel like it'll be it'll be really good if we had like more than just the regular us, like you, Quinn, and me.
It's also again that's another thing that'll be easier with summer. So
yeah, I feel like having like more people on the podcast to talk about stuff. So yeah.
So again, it's right now it's kind of like things are like slowing down, I guess, and also picking up.
Yeah, I mean it's only because we got because
things are ending, but also things are starting up.
Yeah.
So we're in a transition where it's like we're trying to do episodes, but also like
It's just a lot of like little important things that are coming for us. Like we just had like the
Gotta
prom,
take care. Yeah.
and then graduating and all that stuff. So it's just this last little bit we're just trying to like get through, and then once that happens.
So if y'all been like, oh, like these episodes been kind of weak, it's because we've been like trying to like balance a lot. So soon we'll pick things up where we can just be comfortable, and we'll also be doing probably like, if anything, videos once a week if we can, if possible. Just not even, and I wouldn't say skits. Skits will be more like spaced out, just because those take time, and those we don't want those to just be like average like Instagram videos. Like I would like those to actually be good, like just like people be impressed by it. Not only just, even though it's funny, it's like, wow, like just how it looks dope. Yeah. But like just short little videos, like, or like challenges, or we thought of stuff like that too, where it's just like you guys can see us more. We can still do our jokes because there's a lot of things we can do, but it's like, oh, it's very limited where you can only hear our voices. So yeah, so we're gonna end it right here. So things are gonna get better. Things are a little slowing down, but we're gonna pick back up. It's gonna be litty. You're gonna expect a lot. I'm telling y'all. Stop. Yo, like, please, like, spread the word. Like, we grinding out here and we not getting the respect we deserve. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. Who else you know doing what we doing?
No one.
No one. How many podcasts you listen to?
None.
Except us. But yeah, anyway, I mean, I think things will get better because of like, this is something that's not really popular, I guess, like this outlet, I guess, podcast, but like video and like everything like that would be much better. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna end there here because it's getting kind of long, but we love y'all. Spread the word. Hope y'all enjoy it. Kiss your mother. Do things in the summer. Bye.